Barbados, get up.
Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados, good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Good morning on this Monday, June 17th, 2024. Good to have you in company. I'm Tisha Hines. Welcome to another Morning Barbados presentation. I'll be here with you until 8 o'clock this morning. So however you're joining us, whether it's online or on MCTV here in Barbados or Channel 8, it's great to have you in company. So we have a good show planned for you this Monday morning. I know there's lots happening in Barbados. Over the weekend, we saw an appeal going out online from the Prime Minister encouraging people to come to Barbados for crop over, cricket, and everything else that's happening here on the island. So it is indeed very, very busy, and there's lots for you to do. Just last week, we had the Grenada Tourist Authority here in Barbados, and of course sharing lots about what they will be doing in their island in the coming days and encouraging Barbadians to head on over as well. Coming up on this morning's presentation, we're going to have Kay Hall, who's Education and Outreach Officer at the Barbados Museum, and she'll be talking about Cosplay, the culture design competition that is coming up, celebrating our rich cultural heritage through the vibrant and creative medium of cosplay. Pretty interesting. Usually when we think cosplay, we think about anime and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to look at how we can integrate it into our culture. So I look forward to speaking with her. Also, we love reading. So we have the next chapter featured today. And our featured artist, our featured author is a coach and minister as well. Alicia Parejo will be here. She's an author of 3 books penned under the name Sharon A. Fisher. We're going to get to know a little bit more about her and her works all today on the next chapter. We'll also take a look at what happened over the weekend with the crop over sweet limes and the like. Whether you went out or not, we have a comprehensive report so you can feel like you were in the heart of the party. Of course, over the weekend, we also had our wonderful powder as a part of it as well. And the Brownies are going to be in. There's a speech contest finals that is coming off, and there are going to be 12 dynamic speakers from a number of schools, primary schools, and they're going to be in to tell us more about that as we engage with those little ones for that competition. Brian Talma is also going to be on today's presentation. So it's a packed show today on this Monday, but we look forward to sharing with you. We'll also talk about natural body care and healthy living as well. And we're going to get the program started today by talking about the action plan coming out of the recently held SIDS 4 conference. So all that and more is coming up this morning on Morning Barbados. Do stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome to the Crop Over Sweet Spot, your go-to show for all things Crop Over 2024. We'll dive into the big issues of the day with exclusive interviews with the entertainers, the experts, the movers and shakers of the festival, plus you, the audience. Get to join the conversation and share your views. Tune in to CBC TV 8 every Friday night for the ultimate crop over experience with yours truly, the Admiral. We're big on everything crop over 2024. The Crop Over Sweet Spot, brought to you with the kind compliments of Axel Finance.
Calling all Soccerholics! The highly anticipated soccer pop-up party of the season is back! Follow us to a different location every Friday night from 8 p.m. from May 10th to June 14th for the Barbados Lottery White Oak Rum 98.1 The One Soccer Stop Pop-Up Party.
Tune in every Friday at 6 p.m. to see me, Chrissy D, on Fashion Flair on CBC TV 8. I'll be bringing you the latest fashion trends, fashion ends, and everything in between. Get ready to transform your style, get inspired, and elevate your fashion game with the ultimate guide to looking fabulous. Join me, Chrissy D, this Friday on CBC TV 8 at 6 p.m. for an exciting episode of Fashion Flair.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Indeed, wonderful to have you with us. It's just about 15 minutes after 6 o'clock. And we've been hearing quite recently about the SIDS conference that came off in Antigua and Barbuda just a few days ago. I'll make it sound that dramatic, but it's very important because we're talking about a lot of important things to happen with our environment within the next 2 years. Now, coming out of that conference, we're hearing that there was a plan of action. So we're excited to hear all about that as well. Nicole Leotard is Executive Director of Canary. And of course, a SIDS Civil Society launch 10-year action plan and roadmap came out of the conference, and she's here with us to share more about it. Good morning to you. Wonderful to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. First of all, for those people who might not know, talk to us about your general feeling about being able to reach where we are. SIDS 4 says a great deal.
Well, the general feeling of many people is we hope this is the last SIDS conference. This is the fourth 10-year Sustainable Development Agenda we have for small island developing states. So, of course, the first one was 1994, the first meeting in Barbados. And so it's a very long time that SIDS have been struggling to achieve sustainable development. And we really want to have more transformative change to address some of the very, very difficult issues facing SIDS. So the general feeling is we hope this is the last one. However, the challenges are enormous, and that's why civil society across SIDS have really mobilized and are offering partners to partner with them in implementing the new 10-year agenda and in delivering sustainable development in SIDS.
Some of those major challenges that have been identified, I would imagine that many of them are challenges that have existed for quite some time. I don't know if there are any new challenges that have kind of joined the list or jumped on, owing to what we now know about climate change and a few other developments. But can you share them with us?
Exactly. So, that's a sad thing, that since Barbados, some of the same challenges are there, addressing poverty, addressing human rights, having a more equal society, protecting our precious natural environment, which is the foundation of our development. And climate change, of course, we've increasingly recognized how serious the threat is and the impacts it's having on us today. It's not something in the future. And so climate change makes all of these challenges worse. So climate change is impacting on poor people. It is impacting on the ability of women and girls to achieve equality. It is impacting on other groups that are vulnerable, rural communities, who were already struggling and now on top of that are facing the impacts of climate change. So there's some old challenges that unfortunately we have not yet addressed. And at the same time, climate change is hitting us on top of that. So it's making addressing it much more complex and much more urgent.
In terms of the representative countries, so we know that we have smaller islands from the Pacific Islands and different places, not only here in the Caribbean, but are there any challenges that are unique to our part of the world that we really have to push to be heard for?
No, so many of the challenges are the same. I mean, that's why we're this grouping together. Small island developing states, we are extremely vulnerable. And the fact is, we're threatened by things outside of our control. For example, climate change. SIDS are not the cause of climate change. We cause less than 1% of the greenhouse gases responsible for climate change. So, I would say there's much more in common across the region than different. And so the idea of coming together is how can we collaborate? How can we amplify our voices on the global stage and get more attention to SIDS? Because often we're not getting our voice heard in these important international fora where decisions like finance are being discussed, So SIDS have been a very powerful collective voice in calling for stronger action on climate change, for example, and the 1.5 to stay alive. That whole idea was really driven by SIDS collectively. So I would say we have much more in common than we do differently for our region.
I know that one of the major things that we've been talking about in recent times all across the world, not only at this conference, is the Bridgetown Initiative. How has that been received by these other islands that make up the grouping?
I think very well. And of course, that initiative is moving forward. I'm not an expert in finance, but Prime Minister Mia Mottley was certainly at the event. I was walking around and saw a huge crowd. There was a lot of attention on this because the idea being that some of these issues, are very high debt levels that SIDS are facing is really hampering our development. How can we invest in education, in healthcare, in protecting our environment and addressing climate change when a lot of public finances is going towards paying off debt and in a very unfair way? So I think fundamentally, we don't all need to be finance experts to understand this is a justice issue, that SIDS are being addressed in an injustice manner. And I think that's what Prime Minister Mottley has been advocating for so well on the global stage. And it is a very powerful message that certainly I hope continues to build and get the attention of the international community.
Now to the 10-year plan that's coming out of it. And we're hearing more that civil society is being encouraged to be involved. So let's talk about why we feel there's a need for civil society to get involved at this level and then launch into the plan and some of the main tenets that will hold it up.
Sure. So, we have to remember the conference that was just held in Antigua and Barbuda is a United Nations conference. It's an intergovernmental conference. And the document that came out, the official document, is called the Antigua and Barbuda Agenda for SIDS, or ABAS. And that's what all the governments of SIDS and their international partners, other governments, have agreed to lay out some of their sustainable development priorities. So it says in that document that there's a need to focus on strengthening partnerships and leveraging partnerships with civil society and other stakeholders outside of government for a whole of society approach. So certainly even governments recognize they cannot do it alone. They need partnerships. And so building on that then, that calls for strong engagement of civil society. Civil society has always been delivering sustainable development across SIDS and across the world. That's nothing new. The idea is how can we be better enabled and strengthened and work in partnership with government to be more effective. So independent of the intergovernmental process, SIDS civil society got together from across the regions and said, well, let's really flesh that out and say, what can that partnership look like? One, what are the areas that are extremely important to SIDS in sustainable development that we need to advocate on? And in many cases, our advocacy can be much stronger than what governments have in their document. And the second area is what are the concrete actions we can help to deliver. So this is the 10-year agenda, the 10-year action plan and roadmap for how civil society sees itself in helping to deliver the Antigua and Barbuda agenda for SIDS, which governments have agreed.
How do we gauge success? That's important. Evaluation, feedback across the nations. So how are you going to make sure that this roadmap ensures that we're able to communicate and figure out whether it's successful?
That is such a tough question. Of course, we can have fancy documents and it's not implemented. And that's been a criticism of the intergovernmental documents over the 10 years as well. So it is a massive challenge. So the phase we're in now is saying, okay, we pulled together some ideas on a piece of paper. Let's now do the outreach. So we need to have conversations with governments, with funders, with other partners to say, how can you better enable and partner with civil society to take action? And at the same time, we need to mobilize civil society. I mean, this is thousands of very diverse organizations across the 3 SIDS regions, and ready to get them to say, how can you position yourself and work better with governments and with each other to be more effective. So the phase we're in now is really kind of that outreach and mobilization and getting people on board to do concrete stuff, because unless concrete implementation happens on the ground, this will remain a piece of paper, unfortunately.
And this, of course, calls for people to get involved in a number of ways, often referred to as the third sector. These people are often forgotten when it comes to these types of policies and building them out, evaluation, feedback. How do you propose that people on the ground start mobilizing even before they're probably engaged by an organization like CANARI or government itself?
That's such a good question, because it is about citizens, about regular people getting involved. That's correct. Civil society is an extremely broad sector, all the way from universities and academic and research institutes to small community groups, to the media as part of civil society, professional associations, nonprofit organizations, and also social movements. So social movements are where I think the regular citizen can get involved, and civil society is very simply defined as, a group of people who are voluntarily committed to a shared vision, a shared goal. So if you and I are both committed to addressing climate change through eating less meat, or other things to reduce our carbon footprint, turning off the lights and being more energy conscious, then we're part of a social movement doing that. So this is where the individual actions can be part of a social movement collectively and be part of the civil society process. It's about looking at what are the issues and what can we each do individually as well as collectively.
I know here in Barbados, we've been moving more toward alternative energy in terms of the interest that we're seeing. We've always had a big thrust here, advocacy toward no littering and things like that. But what are some of the other areas that we maybe need to pay a lot more attention to ensure that we will be around and we continue combating this, working toward this 1.5 to stay alive, which speaks to the temperature generally, not moving higher?
Yeah. Well, one area that CANARI is the Caribbean Natural Resources Institute. So we work across the Caribbean for more than 30 years now, really looking at stewardship of natural resources. So how can we take care of the environment to deliver well-being and socio-economic development for Caribbean people? And so certainly one of the areas we've been promoting very strongly is nature-based solutions. So how can we address climate change through protecting, conserving, replanting, restoring mangroves, coral reefs, seagrass beds, forests, all those ecosystems that provide many, many services to us already and can also help us with adaptation and mitigation against climate change. So that's one area that certainly we feel deserves more attention and is not addressed in the intergovernmental political document. So this is where civil society needs to advocate very strongly that nature is core to our development and we need to protect it and use it to help us address our problems. And then also that climate change needs to be addressed at the local level. It needs to be addressed at the local community level. And therefore, things like climate finance, even while our governments are in these fancy international meetings advocating for more climate finance for our countries, some of that finance needs to be channeled down to the ground, to civil society and local communities who can take action to address it. So it's really about making this a whole of society effort to address climate change, to deliver sustainable development from the bottom up as well.
What do you think governments need to do on the ground here in the Caribbean to get people on the fringes more involved? Because in talking with maybe organizations, NGOs, and other such organizations, you know, the clubs, the community groups, we're talking about the charities, the trusts, and so on. This is work that they do every single day, but they don't necessarily have the numbers to be able to make the kind of movement that we need. So what do governments need to do to kind of mobilize, and civil society as well, to organized groups rather than civil society? What can organized groups along with government do to get the people on the fringes a little more interested in what's happening outside of just what a lot of people deem talk shops? So you hear a lot of talk about it from certain corners of society, but you don't necessarily see the interest across the board.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you really hit the nail on the head. It is challenging, especially as civil society is so diverse. Even the organized groups are so diverse, and many of them are struggling with their own capacity. So at the first level, how can government better create the enabling mechanisms, and I'm talking about in laws and regulations, to make it easy for these nonprofit organizations to operate? And there has been recent work on this, I'm talking at the regional level. And certainly our laws and policies and regulations can better enable nonprofits to function and not struggle. And really shifting the mindset in terms of financing these organizations, moving from these tiny little short-term project mode to long-term programmatic support. So this is something we need to certainly advocate to our funders, and governments can really help us with that advocacy. But government does have the potential to convene, not to direct, right? Not to direct what civil society is doing. It's an independent group. That's the power of it, independent of government. But there is no one civil society mega organization or network. It's a very, very diverse set of groups. And so how can government even create the platforms to bring civil society together and to bring government partners together to have real discussions, not kind of talk shops, but what are some of the projects that government either is doing or would like to do? What are some of the initiatives it wants to undertake in the next year, 5 years? And what role can civil society play, whether it's in contributing to research, whether it's delivering action on the ground, being those boots on the ground, which is much more cost efficient, I would say, than having government employees do it. And what role can civil society play in actually bringing their local knowledge and expertise to helping shape the plans of what needs to be done to most effectively reach people, because civil society is on the ground. So I think we just need a much more meaningful conversation with government, and there needs to be more trust and respect on both sides, that this is a partnership, and together we can achieve much, much more for sustainable development.
Absolutely. Now for Canary, what role are you playing in the implementation or sharing of information when it comes to this 10-year action plan that's coming out of the SIDS 4 conference?
So Canary is a regional nonprofit institute, and we've worked across the region for more than 30 years. We have very good relationships with Caribbean governments, with funders, with intergovernmental agencies, and some international partners. So we are promoting, doing outreach, so they are aware of this initiative by civil society. We are also trying to support civil society and encourage them to use this document as a way to guide and frame their work. And Canary itself, we are undertaking right now to look and see what are the areas that we will commit to delivering in collaboration with our partners, both civil society and others. So it's about each organization really internalizing this and saying, okay, it's an enormous document. It's very diverse. Not every area I will implement, but what are the areas that Canary can tackle with our partners, and how can we encourage others? So we are still in this outreach stage very much. That's why it's so nice being on with you this morning, so people are more aware.
Absolutely, and I would love for us to be able to kind of go through the document. I know is pretty extensive. Can the average person, though, get their hands on it to be able to explore it at their own pace?
Sure, it is available online. Of course, trying to find it is a little tricky. It is on the official CIDS4 website. You would need to go through many layers. You need to look at the Civil Society Forum, which was one of the special events. So the Civil Society Forum launched the CID Civil Society Action Plan and Roadmap. So it is there as one of the documents coming out of that forum. It is on the official website. Of course, they can follow Canary on our social media because we have posted the document, and they can always message us and we're happy to share it. But it's about breaking that down into, very concrete areas of action, as you said.
Yeah, then of course reporting, because if civil society groups go on and they look at it and they determine this is something we'd like to be a part of, this is something we'd like to advocate for, we'd like to do a number of initiatives to kind of work closer toward that goal, then how do you report that? What's the overarching body that will take care of it? So there's much conversation to be had.
Correct. And Canary, of course, played a facilitating and convening role in partnership with other leading civil society organizations from other regions. But that's the thing, whereas the United Nations will take responsibility for doing that monitoring and reporting on the intergovernmental, the outcome document, the Antigua and Barbuda Agenda for Action. There is no global civil society official body. So it really is going to have to be a bottom-up process where we work together.
Absolutely. So coming out of the CIDS4 conference, and you're saying you're hoping this is the last one. What are a number of the things, to your mind, that would guarantee this could be the last one?
Yeah, well, I really feel, and civil society has some very strong messages on this. We need a transformative approach, and things like nature-based solutions to addressing climate change, local action, putting biodiversity and ecosystems at the center, but also addressing justice and equity at the center of development. So economic development is not about rich people getting richer or foreign companies making money in the Caribbean. We need to really reverse our approach to economic development. So it's bottom up, it's inclusive, it's environmentally sustainable, and it's climate resilient. So we do need some pretty transformative actions. And this is where civil society is committed to playing a role.
Absolutely. We look forward to hearing from you some more. Executive Director of Canary joining us this morning to share with us a lot more about that 10-year action plan and roadmap coming out of the CIDS4 conference to get us a little closer to that goal of 1.5 to stay alive. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
Thank you, and you. And now that we've kind of shared it with you, make sure you get online, whether it's on social media or on the SID4 official website for the civil society engagement. And let's see if we can go through that document and see where we can help in our various communities, community groups, even within our families. All right, so just about 23 minutes to go now before 7 o'clock. But stick around, we have lots more coming up.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Welcome to the Crop Over Sweet Spot, your go-to show for all things Crop Over 2024. We'll dive into the big issues of the day with exclusive interviews with the entertainers, the experts, the movers and shakers of the festival, plus you, the audience. Get to join the conversation and share your views. Tune in to CBC TV 8 every Friday night for the ultimate Crop Over experience with yours truly, the Admiral. We're big on everything Crop Over 2024. The Crop Over Sweet Spot, brought to you with the kind compliments of Axel Finance.
Tune in every Friday at 6 p.m. to see me, Chrissy D, on Fashion Flair on CBC TV 8. I'll be bringing you the latest fashion trends, fashion ends, and everything in between. Get ready to transform your style, get inspired, and elevate your fashion game with the ultimate guide to looking fabulous. Join me, Chrissy D, this Friday on CBC TV 8 at 6 p.m. for an exciting episode of Fashion Flair.
The ultimate cricket showdown is coming to ESPN, and MCTV has got you covered. The ICC Cricket World Cup 2024 is here on ESPN and MCTV. Tune into MCTV channels 302 and 308, and don't miss a single six, wicket, or heart-pounding moment as top teams vie for the 2024 T20 World Cup. From June 1st to 29th, it's cricket you can't afford to miss. Tune into ESPN on MCTV, and for live radio coverage, tune into 94.7. Catch every moment of the ICC Cricket World Cup T20.
Morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
20 minutes to go now before 7 o'clock, 20 minutes to 7. Now, last week we had the sister of a young footballer, 12-year-old, who needs your assistance. And so we want to remind you this morning, he's a student of the Christchurch Foundation School. And there's a GoFundMe page that's been set up to raise funds for him. We want to remind you to head to that page and see if you can support. Whatever little you can share will go a long way. The bank account is CIBC Caribbean Warrens, account number 100-113-4375, and it's a checking account. So whatever you can share to help this young man with his medical bills, we're encouraging you to do that. You know, in Barbados, we help each other out as much as we can. Cole Rubin is his name. So you can call and inquire as well. Want to reach out to the bank, or you can check, put his name in to go to the GoFundMe page. I believe the page was set up by Nicole Rico Canterbury. So you might need to search that page, that name, to be able to find the GoFundMe page. The monies are definitely growing, but his family, they need a whole lot more to be able to help him back to health. Very active young man, and he had a stroke. So they're trying to nurse him back to health. However you can help, or if you know of any societies, maybe you have an organization, you're a business, reach out and help however you can. Now, last Saturday, June 8th, at Content Playing Field in St. Thomas, it was Ladies' Night for the Crop Over Sweet Limes. As a part of the cast for the ladies, Ashtanta Blossom was there, Renice Bonnet, Aziza Clark, Kira, Summer, Natalie Burke was in the house, Rhea Lane, Faith Callender, TC, and the queen of soca herself, Alison Hines. Our producer, Nadia Foster, went out. She didn't tell us she was going anywhere, but she files this report. She had a great time, and she decided to share it with us.
Let me hear y'all. Let me take all the singers here on time. Say, hands up, my what, my property. I know that you can hold me properly. Hands up, my property. If you wanna come up, let me turn down. Just let me turn down. And if I wind it up like I don't have a line, let me be. Just let me be. Let me be. Right now I want to walk up and jack up and back up the waist inside of a party. Right now I want to spend up the money, buy drinks by the case and make everybody outside calling. And I got to box see that. I need a man cause I feel like I'm falling. Lordy lick it in me head got me falling. Everybody, when you waist, everybody. I say this is my life, so I can't do anything that I want. Nobody can control me, can control me. I work hard for my things and I don't depend on no one. Nobody can control me, can control me. So many tried but could not survive. So come under the pressure of their life. So Lord, man, I understand it. Cause every day that you open your eyes is a chance to start over. Taking it one step at a time, one foot behind the other. Never mind that sometimes you might lose your drive. You got to get over. Keep your head in the fight, turn up your mind. Put something in the air, so let me see your hands up. Put something in your cup. What kind of way you run it good? Right, and you in control it. Stallion with it, just hold it good. What? My gal, way you roll. Gal, way you roll. Gal, way you roll it good. And you in control. I see you. Stallion with it, just hold it good. Put the arch in it. When I'm ready, put the arch in your back. So wine. Put the arch in your back. Wine fun time. Put the arch in your back. Fresh we run when the crew come up. We ain't playing no game. Don't tell me that the bar and no we pay money in here. When I see the stuff that comes to love, we kind of thing. And then I'm the way the people falling on my leg. Blah blah blah, chupi blah blah blah, happy happy blah blah blah. If you see me shaky shaky, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. If you see me walking up the big box, did you put where you can have your legs? All of your things. Big box, big blah blah blah. Go with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping up, we got it, we got it. Whisper in my ear and calling me wrong name. What? Who the hell is Skip? What foolishness? You better check yourself and go and check your health. Better call her for a ride to pick up your things outside. So long, my friend, is adios and goodbye. That's all your worries, forget all your cares. Easy tension, I come out to play hearts in here. I'm ready to get on bad. I'm ready to mash up the yard. I'm ready to get on bad. I'm ready to jump them hard. I'm ready to get on bad. I'm ready to mash up the yard. I'm ready to get on bad. Spin it around. Hold your lava down. Jump them on the ground. Tight the belt somewhere. Lose yourself and mash up the place. What? Let me see ya. I put them in the. Put them in the. We do. Stop that. Stop. That's vintage in town. I think we must be fixed my crown. I knock again the split in the middle when I'm jiggling. Watch how I wind down. Inside that heat that you had there. Time won't come your way. It's the woman that come in true. I bless fine wine. The girl them looking just like fine wine. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jump up and kick back. Jump up and kick back. Jump up and kick back. Jump up and no. Let me see ya walk up. Let me see ya walk it up. Let me see ya walk it up. Grab on my feet. Let me see ya white. What? Let me see ya white. What? Let me see ya white. Grab on my feet. Push. Back. Come. Good. I'm winding up. Come. Let me see ya winding up. Come. Let me see ya winding up. Push. Back. Hold your head. Turn the bumper. 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 Roll up your pants leg. Wanna remember everything in this song? Get ready to whine. Get ready to whine. Follow my day. Knock me along my day. Go ahead, Jana. Kapasi Jana. Go ahead, Jana. Big. Knock me along my day. Go ahead, Jana. Kapasi Jana. Go ahead, Jana. Go ahead, Jana. So long, day. Knock me along my day. Mama yeah, do na mama yeah, do na kamosaki. Hey, baka wete la yeah, do na. Mama yeah, do na. Mama yeah, do na kamosaki. Baka wete la yeah, do na. Show them. My great grandmother passed it down. My great grandmother passed it down. My mother gets it from my granny. And mommy give it to me. Born with it. West Indian girl. Born with it. Born to walk up the big bam bam. Second trumpet and tremble. Born with it. Caribbean girl. Born with it. Born to wind up the big bam bam. Born to make it look simple. They want to know how me bumper get so broad. They wanna give me this for that time. This thing here real. This is not fraud. Every time I pass, I make immense here one. Know if it's the food or the breeze in the air. When I step out, let me go, ladies. Let me go. Watch me twerk it. Cause it's bumper back. Watch me work it. We gotta work it. Watch me work it. Cause it's bumper back. Cause we was born with it. Yeah. Born to walk up the big bam bam. Second trumpet and tremble. Cause we was born with it. All Bajan girls. Born to wind up the big bam bam. Born to make it look simple. Make some noise for all these beautiful ladies up here.
Morning. Good morning to you.
The ultimate cricket showdown is coming to ESPN, and MCTV has got you covered. The ICC Cricket World Cup 2024 is here on ESPN and MCTV. Tune into MCTV channels 302 and 308 and don't miss a single 6, wicket or heart-pounding moment as top teams vie for the 2024 T20 World Cup. From June 1st to 29th, it's cricket you can't afford to miss. Tune into ESPN on MCTV, and for live radio coverage, tune into 94.7. Catch every moment of the ICC Cricket World Cup T20 action.
We enjoy a game with Dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet. You know why?
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
Calling all Soccerholics! The highly anticipated soccer pop-up party of the season is back! Follow us to a different location every Friday night from 8 p.m. from May 10th to June 14th for the Barbados Lottery White Oak Rum 98.1 The One Soccer Stop Pop-Up Party. We bring you the music and giveaways, and you bring the vibes and the action.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
From 98.1 to CBC TV8 comes the Soca Avenue, the sweetest soca hour in radio. It's artists with new tunes and some old sweet ones too, jamming on the Soca Avenue. Saturdays.
Crop over, the festival we love. Bajan culture, it runs so deep, and we love crop over. You know this festival so sweet, it completely, we could party and jam all week, cause we love crop over. This time of year, no, we don't sleep, and the country don't know. 50 years, so sweet, can't forget, so sweet, the doing there, so sweet, no on the highway, so sweet, Soca 5.0, so sweet, one strings on the road, so sweet, vendors cooking, so sweet, masqueraders looking, so sweet, celebrating 50 years of greatness, embracing what we have. Our history is amazing. I say that with confidence.
Plenty unfamiliar faces, and the faces that we love. People of different kind of races, enjoying the ambience. We celebrating we culture.
Canuma nice, the festival nice. We might as well fit together. Canuma nice, the festival nice. Bajan culture, it runs so deep, and we love crop over. You know this festival so sweet, it completely, we could party and jam all week, cause we love crop over. This time of year, no, we don't sleep, and the country don't know. We got the crop, so sweet.
Junior Monarch,
so sweet. For them money, so sweet. Bridgetown Market, so sweet. Go up the button, so sweet. The drinks and the music, so sweet. Life's going to be so sweet. Pandemonium will be so sweet. 166 square miles, island and the and the gem of the Caribbean, the place nice. Come enjoy the fun.
On the road is plenty flights we wait fine. When the big truck coming down, look, man and woman on the same vibe. How they whining to the ground.
We celebrating the culture. Canuma nice, the festival nice. We
the nicest thing from June straight to August. I signing in there. It would be the wisest thing if you from foreign and you flying in here. The sweetest vibe with the sweetest people to know. And if you never been, then I go let you know. Okay.
Bajan culture, it runs so deep. And we love crop over. You know this festival so sweet. It completely. We could party and jam all week. Cause we love crop over. This time again, no, we don't sleep. And the country don't know. So sweet. So sweet. So sweet. I love crop over. So sweet. The festival we love.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Heading up to 7 o'clock in Barbados and across the Eastern Caribbean. It's time now for an update of the news. The first of 8 bridges identified to be repaired or reconstructed under the Scotland District Road Rehabilitation Programme has been refabricated and is ready to be shipped to Barbados. The bridge at Bruceville in St. Andrew, which was closed in 2021 due to structural failure, will be replaced with a totally new bridge where the current bridge is located. Speaking on developments, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Transport and Works, Santia Bradshaw, says a tremendous amount of planning went into bringing the project to this stage. She also disclosed bridge designs are currently being executed for other bridges across the Scotland districts.
MTW has been carrying out a comprehensive study of the other aging bridge infrastructure across the island. Much of the work of our technical teams is currently focused on geotagging each location, inspecting and collecting information on the condition of the bridges, as well as developing a scope of works for the maintenance, repair, and replacement of those bridges. This type of analysis is critical to ensuring that we have accurate information about the condition, the safety, and durability of our bridge infrastructure. And it is going a long way in helping us to prioritize and to plan strategically, as the ministry will soon be rolling out a preventative maintenance program for our bridges as well as our retaining structures.
Meanwhile, construction will start on the retaining structure commonly referred to as Lanes Bridge in St. Joseph from next Monday, June 24th, under that said Scotland District Road Rehabilitation Programme. That's the word from Deputy Chief Technical Officer of Projects in the Ministry of Transport and Works, or MTW, Dave Scantlebury. He says the work will be carried out by the China National Complete Plant Import and Export Corporation, Complant Limited, through INFRA.
The Gibbon retaining wall will be built to strengthen the existing retaining structure. The compliant team have engaged the services of Infra Inc. to construct the stone base and to execute other road works. MTW will use contract workers to construct the Gibbon retaining wall on the upstream side of the watercourse.
There continues to be a high demand for flights between Barbados and Grenada. That's the word from Caribbean Airlines and Intercaribbean, 2 of the airlines servicing the route. Over time, both carriers have ramped up their daily flights. Sales executive in charge of the Eastern Caribbean for Caribbean Airlines, Vita Ratan King, and her Intercaribbean's marketing coordinator, Carolina Torres, note they're also catering for the movement between the 2 destinations.
Barbados has now become as a mini hub for us, and we have daily flights out of Barbados to Grenada. Grenada is the Spice Island. So we have a lot of persons going to Grenada, not just for leisure, but we also look at various segments of the market, whether it is corporate, whether it is student travel. As you know, there is SGU, which is based in Grenada. So therefore, Caribbean Airlines ensures that we can provide frequency and capacity.
Barbadians now have the rare opportunity to see the original music sheets and books of lyrics for some of the most iconic songs from Barbados Cultural Ambassador, Dr. the Most Honorable Anthony Gabby Carter. It comes as the National Library Service has mounted a display at its Independence Square location featuring Gabby's local and global awards, tokens, and personal items accumulated over the past 6 decades. The veteran Calypsonian tells CBC News he is humbled by the honor and hopes it will inspire more hard work.
I want especially the youngsters to take the time out to come to the library and view this exhibition and read some of the books and stuff. Not books about myself, but books about information from all over the world. Historic books, geographical books, mathematic books, you name it. Whatever the genre is or whatever the subject is, this library has it.
Well, Ireland have ended their ICC Men's T20 World Cup campaign winless after losing to Pakistan by 3 wickets in a dead rubber yesterday at the Barrowed Regional Park in Lauderhill. Imad Wasim with 3 for 8 and Shaheen Shah Afridi 3 for 22 ahead, and they helped to restrict Ireland to 106 for 9. Pakistan then reached the target of 111 for 7, but Barbazam was unbeaten on 32, and we have a few of the highlights from that game.
Oh, balls! Just shot. How often does he pick up a wicket in the first over? Oh, then the one that goes the other way gets the edge. Wicket at the other end. This time the finger goes up. Oh, soft dismissal. That ball just stopped on the batter. That's gone up in the air. This should be out. It's the Skyer and is taken. Catch it. Gets the leading edge, gets the wicket. This one turned. Wide connection, not good enough. 2 fielders.
Oh yeah.
Well, he moved so far away.
Oh yeah.
It'll only be a single, so job well done by Imad Wasim. And so Ireland end up with 106 for the loss of 9. Oh, but he's gone straight up. Keeper wants it. He's going round and round, but he takes it. Goes and is caught brilliantly. Big shot and is done at mid-off. A break helping Ireland. Oh, that's popped up in the air and a soft dismissal. Oh, they've gone for the appeal and he's walking. Shut up. Oh, it's taken. And he is not going to get a 6. He's going to go out. Big shot, and that's gone. And thank you. Pakistan win this quite easily then in the end in the 19th over. And Pakistan are over the line.
Don't forget to join us here on TV8 for our nightly analysis talk show, The Final Over. It comes just after the news and lottery, where that applies. We'll have another update of the news for you at 12 noon here on TV8. That's Newsday. Then, of course, via our radio network of stations at 1 o'clock. You can listen out for the world at 1 on 98.1 FM, 94.7 FM, and 100.7 QFM. Just about 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. Morning Barbados continues after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From 98.1 to CBC TV8 comes the Soca Avenue, the sweetest soca hour in radio. It's artists with new tunes and some old sweet ones too, jamming on the Soca Avenue. Saturdays, join AON Skills and the crew down on Soca Avenue. All new on CBC TV8. Feeling the festival.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison Cave, the tantalizing Oystons Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Welcome to the Cropover Sweet Spot, your go-to show for all things Cropover 2024. We'll dive into the big issues of the day with exclusive interviews with the entertainers, the experts, the movers and shakers of the festival, plus you, the audience. Get to join the conversation and share your views. Tune in to CBC TV 8 every Friday night for the ultimate Cropover experience with yours truly, the Admiral. We're big on everything Cropover 2024. The Cropover Sweet Spot, brought to you with the kind compliments of Axel Finance.
Tune in every Friday at 6 p.m. to see me, Chrissy D, on Fashion Flair on CBC TV 8. I'll be bringing you the latest fashion trends, fashion ends, and everything in between. Get ready to transform your style, get inspired, and elevate your fashion game with the ultimate guide to looking fabulous. Join me, Chrissy D, this Friday on CBC TV 8 at 6 p.m. for an exciting episode of Fashion Flair.
The ultimate cricket showdown is coming to ESPN, and MCTV has got you covered. The ICC Cricket World Cup 2024 is here on ESPN and MCTV. Tune into MCTV channels 302 and 308, and don't miss a single six, wicket, or heart-pounding moment as top teams vie for the 2024 T20 World Cup. From June 1st to 29th, it's cricket you can't afford to miss. Tune into ESPN on MCTV, and for live radio coverage, tune into 94.7. Catch every moment of the ICC Cricket World Cup T20 action.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's 7:11. Good to have you in company on this Monday for another Morning Barbados presentation. Whatever your Monday looks like, I hope it's a positive thing. If you got out over the weekend, I'm sure that you're happy to be able to sleep in today. For those of you who have to go to work, no such luck. So make sure you get on out. And I know there are lots of the older children, the teenagers and so on, who are wrapping up the exams, promotional exams and so on. So still lots to do at school. Don't fool the parents that there's nothing going on. You know, we love to say that. There's nothing going on at school, so I don't have to go. All right, so we have some wonderful little ones with us this morning. Ingrid Armstrong-Walcott is the speech and contest facilitator with the Brownie Speech Contest Finals. And joining us this morning, we have some young ones sharing with us. Michaela Phillips is with the George Lamming School. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Also here, we have Rebecca Carrington with the Shirley Chisholm Primary School.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Danae Lord is with the Hilda Skeen Primary School. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, and Ingrid Armstrong-Walcott, as I mentioned, is the facilitator. Good morning to you, and welcome to Morning Barbados.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, beautiful. Talk to me a little bit about the plans for this Brownie speech contest. Why did the association determine that they wanted to put it on?
Well, public speaking is an excellent skill for a girl to have, for any woman to have, and it's developmental. We started with training them all. We had about 65 girls in training, and after the training we went to the preliminaries. We've already had our semi-finals, and the young ladies you see before you today are some of our finalists.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to start over here with Michaela Phillips of the George Lamming Primary School. Tell me why you were interested in being a part of this speech competition. Did the teacher tell you about it? How did you hear about the competition?
My Brownie guider introduced the Brownie speech contest to me. She told me that this would be a big opportunity to increase my confidence and self-esteem in all places, not only school.
Have you always been interested in speaking up, or, is this a little different for you?
This is a little different to me.
Okay, so you're accustomed to just kind of being with your friends and not necessarily speaking in front of large crowds and so on. It's not anything you're accustomed to?
No, please.
All right. What about you, Rebecca? How did you hear about the competition?
I wasn't really interested, but my Brownie guider told me to join it. It was sort of like making me join, but I was vexed at first.
You were vexed? Why were you vexed?
Because I didn't want to join. But now I'm thanking him because he made me get this far.
All right. So, but why were you vexed? Was it that you were like, oh my goodness, this is going to be too hard? Yeah, but after you got into it, what did you find out, How has it helped you?
It helped me go on social media, and I just like being famous.
She likes being famous. What about you, Danae, representing for Hilda Skeen School? Has the famous bug hit you as well?
Well, kind of, because my mother told me that there was this Brownie speech contest, and Mommy told me it's a big opportunity to be like your grandfather, who was the Minister of Education in Dominica. So she told me this is a big opportunity, and she also told me if I keep it up, I might be the Prime Minister.
Absolutely, I love it. And we know our Prime Minister can talk. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. So Ingrid, seems as though everybody jumped onto this competition, hands fully strapped in and ready to go. Tell us about how it all plays out.
Well, it is a Girl Guide Association partnership with Toastmasters, really. We have 4 Toastmasters clubs involved: Sunjet, Let's Chalk, Police Alliance, and my own club, Eastern Orators. And the facilitators came and assisted with the training, and they are now the judges of the competition as well. We have distinguished Toastmasters involved, and it has evolved really into a wonderful event. The finals come off on Saturday at the St. Gabriel School Auditorium at 5 p.m. The tickets are $10. And these 12 contestants are getting ready to give us a wonderful show.
Representing 6 schools?
Yes, the 6 schools are
St. Gabriel's, George Lamming, St. Christopher, Shirley Chisholm, Hinesbury, Hilda Skeen Primary.
Beautiful, you have them all. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, now back to you, Michaela. What will you be speaking about?
I will be speaking about how education can lead to a brighter future.
All right, is that the same topic for everyone?
Oh, definitely not. We have given various topics. They had to pick from the Sustainable Development Goals. That has been the focus of our topics. So 2 girls would have one topic, but there are at least 6 different topics
All right,
to keep it
beautiful
interesting.
stuff. Okay, what about you, Rebecca?
I have the same topic.
So you two managed to pick the same topic? That says a great deal.
But different speech titles.
Different titles. What's the title of your speech? Michaela, what's the title of your speech?
Education for a brighter future.
Oh, it's the same title.
Slightly different title.
What's your title?
Education. The bedrock to a brighter future.
Okay, so slightly different, but same general area. Yeah. And for you, Danae?
The peace chain, stronger together.
The peace chain, stronger together. How did you go about getting this speech together? I'm sure it was a lot of work, not only from your teacher or guider, but also from at home as well. So tell me how you managed to get this speech together about the bedrock of a brighter future through education.
My mother helped me search up how education can lead to a bright future, and my aunt, who is an author, is helping me to deliver my speech for the finals on Saturday.
All right, good stuff. I can see that you guys are ready. What about you, Rebecca? How did your speech come together?
Well, I thought about school and how my education is great, so I just, put it together, but not really a lot about school.
All right, so it's a little bit about school, but a lot more about you and how you see education, or you and your friends generally. Or do we have to wait until Saturday to find out more?
You have to wait.
All right, so tell you what, I want to thank you, ladies. We have some more brownies to join us who are here in studio. So I'm going to let you go off, and when we come back, we're going to meet some more of the finalists. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. It's a different feeling altogether.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
You know why?
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
Calling all Soccerholics! The highly anticipated soccer pop-up party of the season is back! Follow us to a different location every Friday night from 8 p.m. from May 10th to June 14th for the Barbados Lottery White Oak Rum 98.1 to 1 Soccer Stock Pop-Up Party. We bring you the music and giveaways, and you bring the vibes and the action.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affairs segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
From 98.1 to CBC TV8 comes the Soca Avenue, the sweetest soca hour in radio. It's artists with new tunes and some old sweet ones too, jamming on the Soca Avenue. Saturdays, join AON Skills and the crew down on Soca Avenue, all new on CBC TV8. feeling the festival.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back to Morning Barbados. We have the Brownies in, and Ingrid Armstrong Walcott is here to tell us all about the upcoming speech competition. Joining us now, we have Janaya Aline of the St. Christopher Primary School. Good morning to you, Janaya.
Good morning.
Good to have you here. And Olivia Lambert is from the St. Gabriel School. Good morning, Olivia.
Good morning.
All right, great to have both of you with us. So I'm going to start with you, Olivia. Tell me how you heard about the competition.
Well, my mom told me, and I was like, I signed up for anything, so I was like, sign up.
You sign up for anything. So what's your speech about?
My speech is about saving the planet.
Yes, is this something that's of particular interest to you? Because I know you had to randomly pull to be able to get your topic. Yes, so you were happy with that?
Definitely.
All right.
It's a very important topic.
Good stuff. What about you, Janaya? How did you hear about the competition?
My Brownies teacher told me, and I was happy, so I joined in.
Now, I'm being told that you're probably the youngest person in the speech competition. So how do you feel about being the youngest one to compete?
I feel actually good about it.
What's your speech going to be about?
Girl empowerment.
All right, girl empowerment. Now tell me, Olivia, how has the speech been put together? Who have you been working with to get ready for Saturday?
Well, I've definitely been working with my computer. It's been trusty. We do have a few friends because my dad works for FAO, so we're going to ask his boss. And we have a few friends. One's a climatologist, another is a marine biologist, I think. So I've got a few quotes in there.
All right, so you're actually going to do some real-time research with people that you know to be able to get some information to share. So the speech is not ready as yet?
No.
It's going to be fresh?
Yeah.
So I definitely can't ask you what the speech is about right now because you wouldn't be able to say.
But you still have to wait.
I still have to wait. Janaya, you're not going to make me wait, right? Are you going to tell me what your speech is about? No, they're all holding out. I don't know if I can blame you. Tell me how you've been able to pull your speech together. Did you get mommy involved, the parents? How did it work out?
My dad helped me, and I asked to write a little bit of it, and he put a little poem in it, and yeah.
All right, so the parents are definitely working hard. I know a thing or two about that. When it comes down to it, the parents can get a little competitive. I'm great.
Most
the parents can get a little competitive with it, but that's all in the game. I know that in order to have this come off, you've had to have a number of people come on board to offer door prizes and things of that nature, because for the 12 young ladies competing, you want to be able to share something with them.
Oh, most definitely. We have been blessed. Sandals Resort, Atlantis Submarine, the Public Workers Credit Union, Butterfly Beach Hotel, Golden Touch Spa, all of these wonderful prizes cost a lot more than the $10 we're charging for our competition. Harrison's Cave, Italia Coffee House, Just Grilling, the Olympus Theatre, A&B Music Supplies, Standards, Colombian Emeralds, DE Computers, Foster and Ince, Courtyard by Marriott, That's Tasty. They're very important because all of us hard workers need something to eat. And we're going to have food and drinks on sale at the competition as well.
All right, what do you think this competition will do for the association to be able to bolster, first of all, the presentation skills of the girls? And I saw them with all their badges.
Oh, yes.
Is this going to be another opportunity to move a little closer to gaining another badge, perhaps?
Of course, there are badges that this particular, there's a speaker's badge for sure, and there's an entertainment element. Some of these girls crack jokes in their speeches as well. So yes, definitely it assists with their badge work. It really builds confidence though, and we want our girls to be confident as they go forward.
All right, good stuff. So Olivia, being a part of this competition, what do you think it has done for your confidence?
It's definitely helped me be more confident, I can say that. But not to say that I'm practiced talking in front of people. So, I mean, it's much better that I can talk in front of people, but at the same time, I'm not going to do it if you don't force me.
All right, good stuff. What about you, Janaya?
It makes me more confident and brave. It makes me smile, and it's very exciting.
All right, good stuff. Oh, I love to ask about badges. I used to be a brownie myself when I went to school, went to primary school many moons ago. So what was the B on your uniform for? Is that your pack?
Yes, please.
Yes, you guys are busy bees?
Yes, please.
All right, you wanted to say something, Ingrid?
Yes, when you were a brownie, we had different emblems.
I was a sprite.
I was an elf, but she is a bee. Now we have butterflies and less mythical and more
actual.
Yes.
So out mythology in actuality.
Correct.
I don't like it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What about you, Olivia?
I'm a rabbit.
You're a rabbit. I love it. I did not realize that there was such a drastic change with the badges.
You can still find some imps and elves and kelpies around. We haven't totally abandoned that, but there has been a modern embrace of the actual, as you say.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. All right, so you guys are going to be a part of this competition. It comes off Saturday. Tell us more about the competition itself, Ingrid.
It's on Saturday, on the 22nd of June. It starts at 5, $10 admission. The judges are going to be present, and each girl is doing one presentation.
All right, so it's the Brownie speech competition. All the girls are here on screen. They're not all in studio with us this morning. So make sure you come out and represent for these young brownies who are showing us their oratorical skills and vying for some fantastic prizes and, most importantly, badges.
Oh, yes.
Coming up on Saturday. That was my only aim, to get more badges.
Yes, badges are the lifeblood of a brownie.
My mother thinks about saving everything, so maybe she saved my brownie sash.
Maybe.
And I could wear it to work on Friday. What do you girls think? Should I wear my brownie badge to work on Friday?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I had lots of badges. I don't remember what the badges were for. I just know I had lots and lots of badges.
Excellent.
Yeah, but being a brownie is fun, isn't it?
Yes, please.
All right, so tell me one of the most exciting things that you've done so far as a brownie.
The activities.
Yeah? What about you, Olivia?
Definitely getting badges.
Yeah? So tell me what those badges are about. Let's see.
This one was for World Thinking Day last year. We all got together at Pax Hill and we did different activities. It was actually really fun. Artists, we all painted we had classes first, and then we all painted a picture for our test. That was pretty easy. Stargazer, that was by Mother's Day. We all went to the observatory. It was really dark, and we got to see millions of planets.
All right.
First aid. We had an army guy training us. He was really nice, but we had to do it on these ugly dummies. It was terrible. We had to do CPR on ugly dummies.
They were scary.
No, they were just ugly. Free being me, we got to do things like showing people how people put filters on photos and showing people that things that they see are actually fake. I also have 2 that are missing. Crime prevention and agility. Agility was pretty easy. We just did races and did some handstands and cartwheels. So that was the easiest one. And crime prevention, I'm still angry at that policeman because we were talking about how if you see someone doing a crime and stuff. Funny story, we were in a quiz a couple days later. Our teacher asked the meaning of some word that the policeman had told us in Bajan slang means Snoopy. So
malicious?
Yes. And me and my friend Eden, who both do brownies, were oh, we know this because we're in the same group. Our teacher was that's wrong, us. We are going to get that policeman.
So some exciting times with really getting the brownie badges. I love it. The hats are different as well.
Yeah.
The belts are different, but with everything, there has to be a change. But wonderful to have the brownies here with us.
At the core, the development of the girl remains the same.
Oh, that's wonderful. What about you? I know you are a Toastmaster as well. So, what kind of piqued your interest in brownies and getting involved at this level?
I was 7 years old when I joined the Girl Guides Association. So 43 years later, I still believe that we have much to give to our society. It's a worldwide organization, and our girls here in Barbados still benefit from being a part of it. Lots of opportunities for travel as they get older, but definitely some of our leaders, some of our leading women in this country have been through the Girl Guides Association of Barbados.
All right, that's beautiful. So make sure you come out and represent for these 12 young ladies who are going to be competing on Saturday in this speech-off competition. But hey, tell you what, you're all going to be winners. It's been exciting to speak with all of you, and I look forward to hearing more about your various topics, however you do your research, and however you are helped to get them together. The important thing is you have to get up on stage on Saturday and present them. So I look forward to that. All right, good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
And indeed, good luck to the others who are here and to those ones who are at home watching. And congratulations to the team. I know this must be a lot of planning behind it.
Most definitely.
All right, it's time for a break. When we come back, the action man is going to be joining me on set. I wish it was on the beach in Silver Sands, but he's in studio, so Brian Talma is next.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Welcome to the Crop Over Sweet Spot, your go-to show for all things Crop Over 2024. We'll dive into the big issues of the day with exclusive interviews with the entertainers, the experts, the movers and shakers of the festival, plus you, the audience. Get to join the conversation and share your views. Tune in to CBC TV 8 every Friday night for the ultimate Crop Over experience with yours truly, the Admiral. We're big on everything Crop Over 2024. The Crop Over Sweet Spot, brought to you with the kind compliments of Axel Finance.
Tune in every
morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back to Morning Barbados. I've already started talking to Brian Tama. You need no introduction. I think I should maybe bring you on as my co-host.
We can have fun. But if we did that, we have to come up Silver Sands on the beach.
I don't mind. We would have to figure it out. I'll bring somebody for you to teach surfing. I'm not sure that surfing will be for me, Brian. I'm not sure. I like to watch.
Well, what I said, this Saturday at 10 o'clock. You see, I'm an action man. I talk, but on this Saturday, 10 o'clock, you can bring yourself, your daughter. We're going to do surfing. We're going to do beach culture up there. We're going to do beach culture cricket. We're going to have the beach culture games, but more of an exhibition, but it's more for the media and people around is where this cricket's going on now. So my vision has always been, and I did the elections. I had the Beach Culture World Tour league cricket. So we went to different beaches and had cricket. So on this Saturday, I'm going to do an exhibition event. As you said, if you want to come, I want to get everybody to come and just really showcase beach culture. But at the same time, utilizing, I'm a waterman, so I windsurf, kite surf, but I can play beach cricket too.
Yeah. Tell me more about this beach culture for people who are not sure. Because I think for a long time, for just regular Barbadians, we take it for granted that we are surrounded by this beautiful water. And there are so many Barbadians who say, I've not been to the beach in so many years.
So we have to take care of what we have. When I say beach culture, I said beach culture is a revolution of the mind. So you have to get that. It is anything that revolves around the sea. We are island. So anytime you go, you're hitting the beach. So we have to utilize what we have. If we live in a big city, if we're in London, you utilize what we have there, or New York. So I'm saying beach culture, as I always say, is our number one thing we have. When we speak ecotourism, we don't really have that. We have it, but we don't have it. We don't have waterfalls coming out of Hawaii or Dominica. We don't have it. We have amazing windsurf, kite surf, paddle surf, diving, all of that. So that's why I always use the word beach culture. And I say again, is integrity to sea and honesty to thee. And that's what beach culture is to me.
Good stuff. And I know you love painting as well. Talk to me about these signs you've brought.
What I did is, this is Beach Culture Tour. So what I did is I just came back from tour. We go all around the world. From when last time I spoke to you, we went and I received the Windsurfing Hall of Fame. But then when I went there, you imagine there's 2,000 competitors of this event. Biggest event in the world, windsurf, kite surf, and wingsurf. So when I went there, the organizers, I presented them with the Beach Culture plaque. Nice. So I go there and see, or you have community, are you doing community stuff? So he had his community people that were part of the city, were part. Health, it's healthy. Eating, exercise, education, sports. So these are all the things I give them this stamp that they're all doing what they're meant to do. And I always show the eye, that's me watching and looking on, that is honesty to thee and integrity to see. And that's the thing that I push out really hard because, you know, it's all about you. If you mess up or you eat badly, you have bad health, that's you. But I'm saying this is how I am moving.
Brian, for those who don't know, what really inculcated this love for the ocean, for being at the beach and so on, in you?
Because I live from my heart, and the heart says the beach is what we have. As every morning I wake up at 4:30, I go running on the beach. When nobody's there, I'm not doing it for anybody but me. So I get inspired. So when I wake up, I am like, by 5 o'clock, I'm like, let's go, ready for action. And that's why every day, as you know, we move around the day and you get hit by all these different emotions. Somebody out there may be feeling bad and you're good, but they hit you. So you're getting pounded all this. So that's why I say the Beach Culture Tour goes. We just did France. When I was in France, somebody called me, Brian, we wanted to come to Germany. So I went off the cuff. They said, Brian, we wanted to be a keynote speaker to present this global organic tourism action plan or master plan. As I said, all these different elements. So it was a big conference in Frankfurt, Germany. It was called IMAX. So it brought all the industry all over the world. It had tourist boards there, but it was to the industry. So I went there as a keynote speaker, really articulate this global organic tourism action plan. Because what it does work. what I did in Silver Sands, what I did in Los Roques, what I do in Hawaii, is I come to inspire. So I'm not coming there to try to tell you what to do. I'm just coming to inspire you. I have no agenda. So it's difficult for me to do it here because everybody says, Brian, you have an agenda. But I don't have an agenda. It's humanity. When I do it in Hawaii, I just come there, do my thing, and I'm gone. And they're like, whoa, Brian, what are you? I said, hey, I'm not coming to take. And that's another thing. A lot of times when somebody comes into Barbados and says they're doing something, they have an agenda, like they're trying to buy land or they're trying to get in your business. I come, I'm like, dude, that's not my agenda. Because I believe if we have better humanity, all of us will prosper in the long run better.
Oh, that's beautiful. Show us the other plaques, Brian.
Oh, so this one here, so each one has a strong meaning. So this is mother from the tree. This is about giving. So it says, giving from the heart is living. Receiving is a blessing. Taking breaks the harmony of magic. If you take, you break the harmony of magic, and I'm giving. So when I go to these places, I come and I say, when I go to Hawaii, I don't come to take the Hawaiian culture. I don't come to take your land. I come there to inspire. I want to leave with memories, and I leave. So I don't take. If I'm given something, I will receive it. But I don't come there and try to say, can I get into business with you? I want to take this, I want to take that. So that's why I say beach culture is about honesty to thee, integrity to sea, and that's beach culture. Anything revolves around the sea. So this one, mother from the tree. So the heart feeds the family. So when I went to Hawaii, we gave out the awards, and when I went there, we had Swiss Ollie won the beach culture award. Second was Jake, and so each person won. And the reason he won, he gave me $2,000 in kite equipment, in winging equipment, for the project here in Barb's for the community. Then he also pledged $8,000 to a particular person. It will be announced very shortly for somebody that's going to do windsurfing. So my tour is about how I can get people involved, but also about giving, how you give back to society and the community.
Let's talk a little bit more about the stuff that you do at the beach. I know we talked about beach tennis, you talked about the kite surfing and windsurfing and all of that. Let's talk about all the activities.
Right, so last time we had the game, so what we had is beach culture cricket. We had that, we had beach culture hockey, we had beach culture volley, we had everything, brought everything to the beach. So I did Justin, Catlin, and we did it last year, and where we brought everything to the beach, we had some of the top national players, then we came in, because I believe, again, I say it all the time, I believe that should be how we position Barbados as when we speak tourism. So yeah, so we do all that, but also at the same time, I believe you need to teach kids within the communities how to do these sports. And that's why I say to maintain our culture, you have to teach kids of the community. If it should be Silver Sands, it should be Carter's Gap, it should be Dover, all around the world. And that's why I had my beach culture cricket league, and we went to different locations. And that's why I believe strongly we can have a huge games of beach culture, and we go to each different beach. We don't have to spend millions and millions of dollars on stadiums. We go to a beach, we have a beach culture cricket match, football match. We go all around the island, but also the most important thing is that the community is involved of these different places we go.
Yeah, this is something that really has been in communities for a long, long time. And it's wonderful that you're keeping it alive. So often I've seen, because I grew up in the St. Michael area, so I often saw a lot of people on the beach playing tennis and volleyball and the same beach cricket and so on. So to be able to bring it back to the communities and get more people involved is a great initiative.
So what I say is just like we're doing we do road tennis, we're putting money into it. You put money into anything, let's say the government say, okay, we're going to do a beach culture cricket league. And we put big money into it, we went to the beach, and all the kids will also get stimulated. That's why it's really good that World Cup's happening now, and it's stimulating cricket. At the same time, that's why on Saturday we're going to do a beach culture cricket league event up by Silver Sands at 10 o'clock. But the vision is to really, as I say, is to have a healthy living style.
All right, and I know Ronnie George celebrated his 84th birthday.
Yeah, that was my uncle. So yeah, so you wrote a book. This is the book. So you wrote a book. He called me, he said, Brian, I'm coming to Barbados to celebrate. He says, Brian, I'm going surfing with you. I said, you know what? Yes, we are going surfing. So Ronnie George, yeah, I took him surfing. The first day was heavy. The waves were big. He got cut up. And he said, Brian, we go again tomorrow. No, to give you an idea, I have to remember he is 84. He's not 60. He's not 50. He's fallen off the board, and yeah, man, so he did really good. So I'm really happy we got him up. And then he wrote this book, and it really is young forever. And the really good thing about this book is that the beauty thing about it, it complements what I do. So I'm doing my thing on my gig, I'm going around the world, and I'm keeping young. And then he wrote the book at 84, and He looks like 60. So yeah, so that was a amazing experience, and that's why I say it for you and your daughter. And you're welcome to come, and anybody from Barbados. We're going to have a camp in July, but also for yourself, you're welcome to come this Saturday. We're going to do beach cricket because my vision is also is to really stimulate beach cricket in Barbados.
Is that Uncle?
Yeah. So what we did is, so when we say practice beach culture or organic tourism, we go to within the community. So we went H&R, fruits and vegetables. So we buy in the community. So we go to the vegetable state. We go to Eric Ann's bakery. We go to Oystins to buy the fish. So when I say authentic, he lives in my apartments. Now, when I say lives in my apartment, there's no air conditioner. You know, everybody wants air conditioner, but the reality when we speak organic, he's living outdoors. Yeah. He's on the beach in the morning, so that's in Eric Ann, the bakery up in Silver Sands. So she bought the book. He is always laughing and smiling, but that's what it is about. When you bring that kind of energy, it just fills the whole room, and that's why it was so beautiful teaching them how to surf, and I welcome anybody, and that's why I always say in Silver Sands, I've always opened the doors to anybody that wanted to learn to surf, to swim in Silver Sands or the broader community. Once you come in with a positive energy and you want to embrace this lifestyle, what I say when I say embrace it, I don't want the block society to come into my society. I'm beach culture. I'm about the fresh air. I'm about the natural high. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not a rum shop style. I drink something, but not that much anymore. And when it comes to the block, I understand it, but I don't want to change to that society.
It's totally different.
Yeah, it's different.
Distinct, and you want to keep it that way. That's understandable. So on Saturday, what time do things get kicked off at?
At 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock in the morning. Good stuff. And you're going all the way through to the evening?
No. So what is exhibition? So what I'm doing is it can be a huge event. So what I'm doing my Beach Culture World Tour, just a small event, more exhibition. When I went to Hawaii, that was a World Championships where actual plaques were given. But I look for, are you going to come?
I'm going to come.
You're going to come?
Absolutely.
So what I say, I'm very spontaneous, you know that, right? So what I'm saying, if you are come, I invite all the media, but I will give the Beach Culture Awards there.
Okay.
So I hope you see, because I want to first thank you so much, because you've done an amazing job. The last review was very well received internationally. So when people saw it internationally, they really loved the questions you asked. And they said, Brian, Germany, Costa Brownie saw that interview, and they said, Brian, we want to come to Germany. So I just want to tell you, what you're doing here has really, in the international market for me is important, and local market, but they really enjoyed the interview.
We enjoy talking to you. We enjoy having you on. I mean, I grew up seeing you talking about how much you love beach culture, and you've continued to be true to that, and that's important. When you see people who are true to what they love, even if there's opposition, that's what makes all the difference. So I look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Action, more action.
All right, so make sure you grab the book as well. Ronnie George, he celebrated his 84th birthday. He's been here and really telling us, showing us how sustainable community tourism, what it's all about with that book. He says the G stands for gold. So make sure you grab the book and take a read. All right, time for a break. When we come back, we get ready to wrap up today's presentation.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Tune in every Friday at 6 p.m. to see me, Chrissy D, on Fashion Flair on CBC TV8. I'll be bringing you the latest fashion trends, fashion ends, and everything in between. Get ready to transform your style, get inspired, and elevate your fashion game with the ultimate guide to looking fabulous. Join me, Chrissy D, this Friday on CBC TV8 at 6 p.m. for an exciting episode of Fashion Flair.
The ultimate cricket showdown is coming to ESPN, and MCTV has got you covered. The ICC Cricket World Cup 2024 is here on ESPN and MCTV. Tune into MCTV channels 302 and 308, and don't miss a single six, wicket, or heart-pounding moment as top teams vie for the 2024 T20 World Cup. From June 1st to 29th, it's cricket you can't afford to miss. Tune into ESPN on MCTV, and for live radio coverage, tune into 94.7. Catch every moment of the ICC Cricket World Cup T20 action.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet. You know why?
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
Calling all Soccerholics! The highly anticipated soccer pop-up party of the season is back! Follow us to a different location every Friday night from 8 p.m. from May 10th to June 14th for the Barbados Lottery White Oak Rum 98.1 The One Soccer Stop Pop-Up Party. We bring you the music and giveaways, and you bring the vibes and the action.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Just about 6 minutes to go before the 8 o'clock hour. We wanted to take this time to tell you about something fantastic that's happening at the Seventh-day Adventist Conference Center, Britain Crossroads, St. Michael. So Dr. Polly Cornelius joins us now. She's a clinical health educator. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Absolutely. I know that within the church, you focus a lot on health and healthy living, natural body care, and just taking care of yourselves, particularly on, how you eat and what you do. So talk to me about this extravaganza, you're calling it.
Yes.
That started last evening and is continuing through this week.
Well, it's a little more than what you eat. While nutrition of the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit, our relationship, our finances, our emotions are all important, there's a lot more that we teach. So I want to say a little bit that our organization that is sponsoring this, together with the Eastern Caribbean Conference of the Seventh-day Adventists, is called Better Living Being. Because our goal is really to have people experience better lives. In John chapter 10 and verse 10, the Bible says that Christ came so that we can have life and have it more abundantly. Now that abundant living is for here on this earth, because in the book of Revelation, we're told that in the new earth, as we believe, there'll be no more sickness, there'll be no more pain, no more suffering, no more death. So that's above and beyond abundance. So what we teach are 10 principles of the first is godly trust. These bodies were created by God. If we wouldn't take your Mercedes to a Kia shop to repair. So because these bodies were created by God, we believe that trusting in God is a means towards preserving health. And the Bible tells us from Genesis to Revelation, they are what we call health nuggets and health lectures. Then we teach open air. Most of us are not breathing properly. In a beautiful island like Barbados, windows and shades are preventing the beautifully negatively charged ions that are coming in from the sea, filled with oxygen. We need to have good, healthy, live plants that will filter our air, because the life of the flesh is in the blood.
All right, so talk to me now about what we can expect when we head out to the church all this week. You said between 6:15 or so and 7 o'clock, there will be some special lectures.
There'll be some special lectures. So we're looking at some of the degenerative diseases, diabetes, hypercholesteremia, cancer, asthma, obesity, and all of these degenerative diseases. And our goal is to really prevent illness using all God's natural remedies.
All right, so lots will be on display. In addition to the talking, you said there will also be some resources that will be available.
Absolutely. We have 2 physicians from Barbados. We have many healthcare clinicians that are going to be a part of that. We did have some health fairs where we met with the community. And we also partner with ASI 2000 and beyond. And there are several health fairs that are coming up where we actually meet with the community and we educate people on how to prevent diseases. Disease will come. We're living in a world of sin. But what we want to educate Barbados about, and wherever we travel, is there's a way that seems right unto man, but the end thereof is destruction. So we want to educate people on how can I keep my mind positive in a difficult country? In an economic crisis, how can we manage our finances? My relationship is going bad. Everyone for the last 3 generations are divorced. And we want to decide how we're going to improve our relationships as spouses, as parents, as colleagues. So it encompasses mental, physical, emotional, social, financial, and spiritual well-being.
All right, so generally looking at holistic wealth, which is very important. So make sure you get on out and be a part of it. The Hope for Better Things Health Extravaganza runs through the 29th, and it takes place at the church. I don't believe you have to be a member to come out and enjoy and play a role or be a part. Take in everything that is being shared. Thank you so much, Dr. Cornelius, for coming in and sharing with us. I'd love to have you back so that we can continue through. We only got through the first 2 tenants, so it'd be wonderful for us to speak about the other 8 want to come in and share with us. Hey, coming up tomorrow on Morning Barbados, have you heard about the Justice Connections? Well, attorney at law Keisha Brownie is going to be in to tell us more about that. Plus, we meet another author from Trinidad, a book called The Dirty Flame. Book 1 is The Chosen One, and it's a trilogy, so we get to hear more about that. Plus, the Caribbean's Charity Shield Soccer Tournament is coming up along with Hamilton Lashley. We'll make the connection with that and a whole lot more for you all right here on Morning Barbados. Have a great day today. Have a productive day. And we'll see you, God willing, tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.